Welcome in, everybody. It is Wednesday's edition of Daily Bread with Sosa and Rex, powered and sponsored by PickCity.com. Make sure to be following them on Twitter at PickCity and check out their website, PickCity.com, for all your needs. Also, make sure to be jumping over to at the Wise Guys Diamond Club on Twitter for all your extra needs there as well. Good January special going on. A lot of action as usual. We're currently live on the Daily Bread Media Twitter. So if you're watching us on Twitter, what is up? Give us a like and retweet there. We'll shout you guys out in the comments. But we are live on YouTube, where you're most likely subscribed. If not, give us a subscribe and like on today's show so you can be featured and get in with the comments. Drop your plays of the day. Talk with the other members of the chat. Our chat is the best one out there on these YouTube shows because people record themselves dropping plays and posting it on Twitter from the chat. And we just get people making fun of themselves. I told Sosa and we got Alexis to put a parental block on his computer so we can't get any sketchy shit going on today. But Sosa, how are you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing all right. Good night last night. Props were a little but we did cash out on college basketball. Shout out to my boy Jay Money. Appreciate you, my guy, tuning in. But yeah, man, just the usual stuff. Just decent night in the NBA. Tonight I'm excited. Obviously, 11 is back. Kyrie Irving, man. I'm extremely excited to see him play. I'm a fan of his game. I'm just a huge fan of the guy. So I just, I'm looking forward to him coming out and balling. Like that's what I expect,
You
right?
remember that TV show Parental Control?
Is that when the dude when you dated both the moms, right? Of course, I remember that show. Of course.
I
Well,
think it's the parents, not both of the moms, but yeah, you're on the right track there.
isn't there one where they like took the moms on dates? I don't know. Who knows?
Man, that's some old school, early 2000s TV show there.
Lord Jesus, I don't even know what that is.
So we got NBA and college hoops, just like yesterday, lined up on today's slate. Get you out here before 2 o'clock. So half of it will be on the NBA bigger slate today. And then we got a loaded college hoop slate. If you want extra college hoops action, jump over to Spaces at 3 o'clock today. Sosa, myself, Stephen Carlson, and the Spin Doc will be live on Spaces talking more college hoops action if you want to get in and talk to us there. But Sosa, you ready to get started to the NBA action, or is there anything else you want to get into?
We can get straight to it, man. I'm gonna keep it real short. I only got three looks for the people today on Daily Bread. Really taking my time with a lot of these props. Don't want to get screwed at the end of the day with players that aren't available. That's the worst right now. Obviously, with COVID and whatever else bullshit they want to throw out there, just basically being sketchy at times with players players availability. So I just, I'm going to get to it right now. First play I really like tonight comes from the Pistons Hornets game. I know everyone thinks it's going to be Cade Cunningham's assist, but right now they got that at 6.5 juice to the under, uh, plus money on the 6.5 over. I'm actually not going to go with that. I'm actually going with Cade Cunningham's 3 pointers. He's averaging like 7 attempts a game from the floor, over 2.5. Minus 106. I like the number, and I think that even if he doesn't go off, get a bunch of points, I think the 2.5 threes are very, very, very attainable, especially in his first game back. Um, that also his obviously him coming back will affect every other guard on the team. And when he was gone, they really did lack ball, shot creation for others. People were really, really struggling to get their own shot. The only person that we really saw do anything was Sadiq Bey, who kind of just went, uh, he went into his bag. But obviously, that's because of the availability of shots. He got the ultimate green light.
Yep. You nailed that one there. Not much more. We got to get into it for that one. What's the second play of the day coming at you at?
The second one for me is coming in the San Antonio Spurs Boston Celtics game. We got the over last night in the San Antonio game. We're going to go with the under tonight in the Celtics Spurs game.
Ooh.
Spurs on a back to back. Celtics, I'm pretty sure Tatum's back from protocols. He played the other night, or he was available the other night. I'm going to roll with that, and I'm going to roll with the under 224 in the San Antonio Spurs Celtics game. It's just based off one team that I don't really believe is trying to win. Off a back-to-back with a limited roster, a lot of players out. DeJounte Murray, they don't even know if he's playing. For me, it's going to be the under. Do you have any thoughts on this one?
Nope. I try to avoid Celtics games at all costs at this point.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Sixers going to Disney World tonight.
Not touching. Not touching the game. I can't get it. I can't touch it, bro.
After the Joel triple-double, you don't want to go back into it?
No. Level of inconsistent play that we've been observing from this team. I mean, we've been winning, but then, we go first half, look really pedestrian against Houston, and then obviously talent took over in the second half, and we won the game because we're more talented than them. They had Garrison Matthews out there looking like Jesus. So I personally, I'm not touching the Sixer game. I just can't do it. Everyone's talking about Golden State now. I saw a lot of people on Golden State minus the 6. I'm actually on the other side. I'm going Mavericks with the +6. It's Dirk Nowitzki. It's Dirk Nowitzki jersey retirement night. I believe that it'll be rocking in Dallas. I think Dallas comes out with good energy. I mean, if you want to keep it safe, go with them first half with the +3.5 or +3. But I think that Dallas figures out a way to keep this one close. I also expect for Steph Curry to have a good game. Having a lot of people on the internet, or not just the internet, but if you're a Steph Curry fan, it's like impossible. You're like not allowed to talk about him in a negative light. But if we're being honest, he's having the worst 15 game stretch of his career. That's the craziest part of all this. I don't think people are even realizing this. Like the last 15 games, Steph Curry is having his worst 15 game stretch scoring the ball that he's ever had in the NBA. They've just been winning. And we all know when you win, it doesn't matter what you score.
Winning hides everything.
It hides everything. He has not been playing well. So, I mean, maybe he silences the people, the people who have been saying stupid shit like, he only scored 15, blah, 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 blah. But come on. End of the day, I believe that I like him to have a good game. I'm not betting it though. Not betting that. The only play that I like is Dallas with the +6. And the two other props that I really like is I'm running it back with Domantas Sabonis rebounds. The thing is that the prop market hasn't been open yet. That's why the number has. I can't give it out as a play simply because they haven't updated yet. He didn't accomplish his rebounds last night against a front line from Brooklyn. I like him to go for his rebounding prop tonight, 100%. Other than that, that's really all I love right now. We're definitely going to have some more plays for you later in the afternoon when these prop markets really open up. I think there's a lot of opportunity tonight. It's a huge slate. The problem with doing a show early is that you don't have the availability of all the plays right in front of you. That's why we're really focusing on college. You have a lot more groundwork, set out in front of you that you can actually analyze. With the prop markets, you don't know. I like the Van Vliet ladder. Van Vliet's on a tear right now. He's an all-star.
Yeah, that's not a bad look at all. And like how you said, wait till a little bit, because if not, you're just rolling dice sometimes with, as you can see, the Greek Freak ruled out. So that number is about to shift at least 4 points in there.
At minimum. And then
Hawks at the Kings is probably your sketchy line of the night, I guess. Because also the Jazz go against the Nuggets. I mean, I was going to go there, but the rivalry and the back and forths they have. It's truly a pick 'em every time they meet, regardless of who's suiting up most times. But Hawks at the Kings is kind of your out there one of the night.
It's because of player availability. No one knows who's playing for the Hawks. Hawks coming off a game in which Trae Young went for 50, and they lost the game. Obviously, they have players in and out of the lineup because of COVID. They've been devastated by COVID over the last 2 weeks. Um, yeah, it's very difficult to know what to touch or know who's when you don't know who's playing. No one knows who's even playing. Um, Simon's points over 18 and a half. I wouldn't be opposed to it.
And free.
I mean, he had a lot of people don't know. He had a really emotional night the other night against Trey, where he went for 40 plus career high. His grandfather just passed away. He was talking about it after the game. He was just like, man, it was just one of those situations where I've never played like that before. He said it himself. I don't know. I mean, with no Dame Lillard, obviously his volume is there. So I do like Tyler Hero to have a good game tonight. He performed very poorly last game against Golden State. I believe he shot like 4 for 13 from 3 or something like that. I do like him to have a good game today. Obviously, he's been called upon to really step up, especially without Jimmy Butler in the lineup. Jimmy got hurt last game, so that was what the situation was. But yeah, that's all I got right now for the NBA. Check out my Twitter. Check out the Wise Guys Diamond Club Twitter. We'll probably have some free plays dropping from both those accounts later today.
So
Let's get
the
into
last stat from the NBA of the night that we need to get into. You got Utah 18 and 19 ATS so far this season. In road games,
interesting.
when the total is higher than 220, they're 7 and 1 ATS. Just keep that in the back of your mind. If you like who's rolled in there, sure you're laying 2.5 on the road, but if you
Remember,
take anything into stats and trends, that's what
leans
it's
are
telling
undefeated.
you.
Leans are undefeated. That's all. We know that. We know that to be factual.
Hey, I just like to give people, if they're already liking Utah, always give them the extra trends to back up their method and back up their madness to why they picked it.
Absolutely. So let's get into the most important part of the show, where I have nothing now, but if you tune into Spaces in a couple of hours, we might have, I don't know, 10, 12, who knows? Going to have some very, very bright minds joining us to break down a 37 game slate. If you don't win some money betting college basketball tonight with the help you have at your disposal, you're a fucking idiot. All right, get to it, Rex. It's all on you now.
Yes, sir. 2-2 last night, plus a unit because the 2 losses are both the half unit plays. And we got 4 plays again tonight. And we'll start it off with our 2 half unit ones. I might never bet on a Georgia basketball game again. Unless I'm
fuck
fading.
Tom Crean, dog. Fuck Tom Crean. I'm on the boat of fire that motherfucker tomorrow.
So we're going to get into our ugly one first, and then we got 2 of the better games after this. But it's ugly for a reason. So we're laying the -10, -110, and we're taking their team total over 79.5 at -110. So those are your 2 half units to start on Florida Gulf Coast. We're back in Dunk City against North Florida in the Atlantic Sun. Both of these teams are completely different spectrums of the conference here. So sure, you're laying a little bit too much of points, but both teams are top 100 in pace. So neither team is going to be looking to slow it down, which is just going to fill into Florida Gulf Coast mentality. They're chucking the threes at 50% of their shots, just about. And North Florida is allowing teams to shoot 37% from deep. So you got a nice little contrast there. But the best part about this team total is North Florida has one of the worst 2-point defenses in the nation. Teams are shooting 55%. Florida Gulf Coast has the size and Kevin Samuel that will be able to eat in the middle. So we like Florida Gulf Coast -10, -110, and their team total over 79.5, -110 half units to start.
Yes, sir. Dunk City. Shout out to Andy Enfield. He's not there anymore, but he's the one that started Dunk City.
Hey, he's having finally got the took him what 5 years to get USC rolling, but better late than never. That's what happens when you give the guys that you believe in a little bit of time to build it up, and he's got them back. Second game, or we'll get into little tidbits of the night. Iowa State that opened at -1 last night. We got it all the way up to 4.5 on your book. That is due to Terrence Shannon Jr., one of our favorite guys from Texas Tech, hasn't played since December 14th. Still going to be out, averaging 15 points a game per them tonight. So that's the reason why he saw that 3-point swing. There was rumors that he'd be coming back, but he is not.
Coming off a loss as well for Iowa State, coming off a L at home against Baylor. At home, where they usually play really, really well, and they were not able to handle business.
This is where my brain gets into the issue of I should be taking the Iowa State -4. I'll look for something live because I could have had that -1 last night, didn't get it. So that's where my issues are. No pop-ups yet, Sosa. I'll get into my second play, and then we'll talk about the big games, and we'll wrap it up with the last one. We knew Providence was a trap last night, and that's why we didn't do it.
Indeed.
They're going full hook, line, and sinker into the trap tonight, but it's not a trap. And so we're backing your favorite coach and his favorite sons, the Orange on the money line, +120 going into Miami. And we're fading one of the hottest teams right now in college hoops. And yes, that is the Hurricanes here. Last 3 games, they scored 92, 91, 82. They're currently on a 7-game win streak, I believe it is, off the top of my head. They were 5-3. They're now sitting at 11-3. They're thinking life is good. 3-0 in conference play. Syracuse is about to come into you and get a nice road victory here.
It happened to me again. See that?
Miami, they'll struggle with the zone. Not the best 3-point shooting team. Rely on getting points in the paint, which you can do obviously to the zone if you work it enough. But my biggest factor here, once again, just like why we like Florida Gulf Coast, big 3-point disparity here with being able to make them for Q shooting at 38%. And you got Miami bottom 100, letting teams shoot at 3-point pace at 37%. So we like the Orange tonight.
Let's get it.
Goose, we're not touching Texas Southern. So I really want to play Grambling +5, but we're not touching Texas Southern after what we saw last game.
So we really rolling with Boeheim and Sons Concrete?
Yes, sir. Tonight is the night that we're rolling with it.
Boeheim and Sons Concrete Company.
So this total also opened at 156, and it's all the way down to around 150. So I think the low-scoring game definitely benefits Syracuse here.
Absolutely. You know the rules.
All right, we got 8 minutes max left in the show. I got one play left, but it is not on Florida versus Alabama or Notre Dame at UNC, or UNC at Notre Dame. Any thoughts on those two, or should we just save the thoughts for the 3 p.m. spaces and give out the last play?
Save the thoughts for that, and let's get to the fourth cash out of the evening.
All right, we're going first half angle here. We'll be playing second half for sure. Martingale in it, doubling up for a full for 2. No, we don't Martingale here. We're not that wild, but we'll be getting our money back if the first half doesn't come through. We're taking Villanova -5.5. That's on BetMGM at -110. That's personally where I got my money at. But I'll rock the -6 at -110, which is the much more available number for all of you. So we'll take we'll take the -6 here.
Revenge angle here. They cashed it.
Remember, smoked by 20.
Right. Last time that Creighton was my pick first half, and they cashed us and they won the game.
Yep.
I love this. This is everything flips when you come to Philadelphia. Yes.
And 100%. It's in the pavilion too. It's not in the center.
Which
is the better thing. Yeah. Villanova in the pavilion is where I like to be. You can always rock the Nova unders in the pavilion as well. But if they only win, so if the first half doesn't come through -6, I will be having a play on Nova second half here.
Smack City. Smack City for
Yeah,
sure.
Jay Wright ain't losing the 20 on the road. You know they're coming out hot. I like them to cover the full game as well. So if you want to put money on that 10, go for it. I'm just taking the first half angle here.
Yes, sir. I'm on the same page. So
those are your 4 plays in college hoops action. More available in the Diamond Club as usual.
Cade Cunningham, 2.5.
What about LSU last night?
Hey man,
both
listen,
of them, both LSU's.
LSU basketball team took care of business, didn't they?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They had the peaks and valleys. Wide receiver playing quarterback.
Hold on, the football team won too?
No, they had a wide receiver playing quarterback.
Right. All right. I know the football team. I had no action on the football game at all whatsoever.
Yeah, no, that was a game where, like we said, that I think that moved like 10 points in total. And I had the game on for 5 minutes, and now it's 5 minutes longer than it should have been on. Oh, yes. Goose. You have to keep showing up every time a big name comes in. When Goose is in the building against other top Big Ten schools, 2-0.
Hey, I said I was rolling with y'all too, man. I believed in you guys. Hey, man, Rutgers is going to be right where they are in the tournament this year. Everyone's going to think that they're going to beat someone, and they're going to do the same shit they did last year. They're going to lose because because what happens is their coach should have won that game against Houston. He just didn't play to win. He played to not lose.
They have a lot of bad losses. They have to run a nice table in the Big Ten to get in at this point.
They'll get in.
Losing to Lafayette at home could be the thing that keeps them out.
Rutgers, bold prediction on January 5th. Rutgers will be in the NCAA tournament this year. They will have too many quality wins by the end of conference season to not let them in.
Ron Harper deserves it.
Hey man, I think I said something positive. Right. It's okay. Right. I think they make the tournament just fine. Big Ten is probably the best conference in college. I mean, is there much debate?
SEC, more ranked teams right now.
The Big Ten is the best conference in college basketball. People, you can lie about the SEC all you want. It's the Big Ten, bro. Give me a Big Ten team over a SEC team in college basketball any day. Shit, give me Baylor over all of them.
I know that's where last season I was Big 12 Rex over Big 10 because the Big 10 was getting way too much love last season. This season, I think it's a little bit more warranted. I was just saying the SEC technically has more ranked teams at this point because they were talking about that at halftime of the Georgia game or at some point during the Georgia game last night.
What do you all think Kyrie's line will be tonight? 50. No, I'm just
13 and 8.
I'll be cheering for him. I think he goes out there and just balls. He does what he's always done, man. Just go out there and play ball, and everybody will shut the fuck up afterwards and tell him how great he is.
Yeah, the way we'll wrap up the show today, I'm real upset that Oklahoma fucking fouled with 4 seconds left because I said Baylor would win by 8, and they ended up winning by like 9 or 10. But it cashed. Who gives a fuck?
Cash, right?
Give us a like, give us a subscribe. Until 3 p.m. on the Spaces, and until tomorrow, Daily Bread.